Russia-Ukraine war latest news. New alleged Russian violation has NATO allies' airspace under test. Allegedly, a Russian military plane entered Finnish airspace on Monday morning, prompting the Finnish Ministry of Defense to announce that it has begun an investigation. Russian officials allegedly violated Finnish airspace for 2 minutes while flying roughly 1.6 miles deep over the Gulf of Finland, according to Finnish officials. Finland joined NATO last spring, and this report is their first formal grievance against Russia since then. Both nations are located in Eastern Europe and share a border that is 830 miles long. We have initiated the investigation immediately in response to the suspected territorial violation, stated Finnish Defense Minister Antti Häkkänen in a Monday press release. Institute for the Study of War, ISW, reports that Moscow has yet to address Helsinki's report. However, earlier Monday, the Russian Ministry of Defense announced that its two 22M3 bombers and two 95MS missile carriers had flown over the neutral waters of the Baltic, Barents, and Norwegian seas, according to the assessment on the war in Ukraine released Monday by the ISW think group in Washington, D.C. This intrusion is likely part of the ongoing Kremlin effort to undermine Finnish sovereignty and territorial integrity. The Russian Ministry of Defense has proposed to reassess the maritime borders it created in 1985 in the Gulf of Finland, claiming that they are based on outmoded small-scale nautical navigation charts. The ISW referenced its May 22 war assessment in support of this claim. Several Western officials expressed concern that Moscow was trying to change the Baltic Sea maritime zones with this plan, according to the think tank. In an interview with Politico from that period, the Lithuanian Ministry of Foreign Affairs described Russia's proposal as deliberate, targeted, escalatory provocations to terrify neighboring countries and their society. According to ISW, Swedish Chief of Staff Michael Biden has voiced his concern that Putin intends to gain control of the Baltic Sea. In addition, last month the Estonian Police and Border Guard announced that Russian authorities had dismantled a portion of the floating barrier that had been erected each spring along the Narva River to mark the maritime border between the two nations, a boundary that had been agreed upon in 2022. That Russia's border guards are likely aiming to create conflict along the international border between Russia and a NATO member country to evaluate NATO reactions to future Russian efforts to question existing delimitations, was the assessment of the ISW at the time with regard to this Russian activity. Monday, Newsweek emailed the Russian Ministry of Defense to request a comment. Last Monday, a senior White House advisor warned that without a change in opponent arsenals, the U.S. may use additional strategic nuclear weapons. According to Pranay Vadi, who is both the president's special assistant and senior director for arms control, the White House must be ready to carry out the president's decision. As he stated to the Arms Control Association, the disassembly of decommissioned warheads by Russia and the United States is reducing the global nuclear weapons stockpile, but the pace of decrease is slowing. All three of these countries are rapidly increasing and diversifying their nuclear arsenals, Vadi said of North Korea, Russia, and China. A report last year by researchers with the Federation of American Scientists, FAS, stated that China, Russia, North Korea, Pakistan, India, the UK, and potentially Russia are considered to be growing their stockpiles.